Welcome back to another episode of Unfolding VoYagE. And like always, where we unfold the truth that is right before your eyes, here go another one. I would like for everybody to look up the name Ehyeh. Ehyeh is how you spell it. Read Exodus chapter 3, verse 14 and 15, where he gave us his name throughout all generations. And as you read stories and move forward, you will see in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14, where the prophecy reads, "Name the child Emmanuel," meaning Ehyeh is with us. Of course, in this world, if you've been following and you studied and you looked all these names up, then you'll know they're idols. But it's the world we live in. You think they're going to necessarily give us 100% the truth? No. The news don't even give you the truth. Have you ever done an interview and then they edit what they want and probably sometimes will have you looking like you said something that you didn't say? But I mean, you will know that if you've been through that. You will understand that. They make things to what they want it to be. That's why you can't have what you want to have the way you want to have it, because life is about options. So pick and choose wisely, because the Creator created everything. And to me, this here is the greatest game ever played, because your life is the console. We playing this to win eternal life and goodness to get in the promised land. Chapter 3, verse 15, in the book of Genesis. The Most High have his children, and the enemy have his kids. Read it. You read it right there. He put enmity between his seed and the enemy seed. All you got to do is read it. Read it, study, whatever I say, look it up, research it, and we can talk about it. But it's not much to talk about. It is what it is. Move forward. Keep your mind on the Most High, number one. So, if you know that the Old Testament is a rewrite of the Hebrew Bible, and they have speculations on the New Testament, it is what it is, but if you read the story, everything was already said. You might get a little more details here and there in the Old Testament, because the New Testament always go back to the Old Testament, because they writing something to carry on, because in the Old Testament it was the synagogue. In the New Testament it became church. Because whatever is Hebrew or of a Negro, they would change that and make it into what they want it to be. 80% of the English language is of a Greek origin. Don't take my word for it. Look it up, read it, study this stuff for yourself, because can't nobody get you in the gate. If knowledge is the key, that is your mind. So renew your mind. It's like being baptized, born again, because now you got to learn everything all over again. That's why it says you must first believe, then be baptized. I was younger. That's something your parents probably have you do. Oh, yeah, you got baptized. But when you believe, then that's when you go be baptized and keep the rightful order of how it should be. In this life, as we pass through, you got to understand. You have to understand. So when I say Ehyeh be praised, And for me, there is no other. That is because I go by the doctrine of one. And I'm going to keep saying this as many times as I can, as long as breath is in my body. I will always say this because I searched the names. If you've been following along through the videos, they date back. Websites, the online stuff, Facebook page, whatever. They locked me out of my one page. They won't let me back in. They went ahead and finally deactivated that account. They don't even show up no more. They never did get back with me on why they locked me out my page. But it's all good. I know I'm not talking what they want to hear. I'm not going along with no program. And here's the thing. Everybody claim they believe. People go to church on the Pacific Day and all this here and that, not knowing what they really doing. Because I'm one. I've been in that. I studied. What am I doing? So I studied. I researched. And then I found out a lot of information, which led me to the truth. I searched the names, all of them, that came across me. And I came to the truth. In that same book that preacher preached to you in that pulpit, the same book that you got at home, that you probably don't read, the same book that people have in their car, like it's protecting them or whatnot. But if you're not a doer, if you don't live the word, you're just wasting your time putting on a front. Don't hide behind something and you ain't living it because you're just a hypocrite to yourself. That's it. And then before the eyes of other people, you're a hypocrite. So, when people sit up there and they praying over their food, I better look at what you're eating. Because in Leviticus chapter 12, it is the dietary of the Most High. And the unclean foods is unclean. And you giving thanks to who? Because the Most High don't hear you. Because he only hear those that follow his rules. If you ain't following his rules, and believe me, the rules and instructions apply to us all the same. All the same. So you ain't gonna have no set of rules. These people over here don't have a set of rules. Just look at the organizations. You got them there, organizations over there, they don't celebrate holidays. But you got another organization over here, they do celebrate holidays, but they claim the same thing because they follow the same idol. It's a war out here. And if you ain't figured that out yet, you need to. Because how you gonna get into that better place if you ain't working on it right now? It's only one shot. This life right here is your one chance to make it or your one chance to fail. We don't know how long we gonna live. We don't know how we gonna die. But this here is our one shot to make it. So every good thing that come your way, search, study, live it if you believe. Believers believe and do. Hypocrites, they hear and do what they choose to do. It was just something in my mind that I always wanted to bring to y'all. The Most High don't hear you praying over food that he said is unclean. Get your mind right. Choose your side. Because every day, at the end of the day, when you lay down and go to bed, you judged that day already. So each day you wake up, make sure you make your choices, your decisions accordingly to the Most High. Because if you don't, the choice will be made for you. And I don't wish the lake of fire or outer darkness on no one. I want us all to be in a better, happy place. And I don't care what race you are. There is an order in life. There are rules in life. Get it together, people. Time is running out. And we all know this. Ehyeh be praised. He is the one that redeemed us. There is no other. Read Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 28, and put it together.